there, I'm Mary Houle. I'm a gardener in Richmond, Vermont, and I've been gardening in town since 1959. Today I'm going to introduce some cuttings information to you. Why do we take cuttings? We take cuttings to shape the plant. We take cuttings to make more plants. That's what these are. We take cuttings to remove spent blooms, and we take cuttings to force side growth, which makes the plant fuller. This plant has been divided, I think, 6 times, and from the 6 divisions, I've been able to make about 20 cuttings again. And I'll show you what a cutting looks like in the first place. And you'll take it, doesn't matter if it's conspicuous. That would be a pretty good cutting. And if you put your hand on the stem, you can feel little bumps that are opposite each other, and those are the growth nodes. So I tend to cut down so that there's at least 2 nodes exposed, and I cut off enough so that it will set handily in the water to root. The nodes are what roots. Now this is an example. These have been in the water about 5 weeks now, and they've got quite an array of roots. But each one of these is a viable plant, and that's a pretty healthy root base. This one is a beautiful top, and again, a very, very healthy root base. This one doesn't have any leaves on it. However, it does have a very substantial root base, which I will be using to transplant. The reason I decided to take these cuttings in the first place was to set a second set of plants for the planting that I do around the town center. Each plant tends to run a bit expensive, but once you have a coleus plant, it kind of keeps on giving. This plant has been brought in each fall, and I've carried it through the winter at the town center so that I could take cuttings from it and so that it would continue to grow again. This doesn't look so shapely right now, but if I put this outside, what's going to happen when all danger frost is past, the 31st of this month, Memorial Day, these are going to be okay to go outside, and they're going to start getting a lot of side branching. They're going to get a lot of side branching because I've opened everything up. Each one of the nodes are exposed so that the sunlight will get to it, and it's going to start getting a lot more full. It's also going to change a bit more in color. It's going to become a lot more brilliant. This is a geranium which is quite well rooted as well. Don't know if you can see that, but it's fairly well rooted. And again, after the 31st of May, Memorial Day, we'll be able to put that outside in the town plantings. So these cuttings take very, very well in water. Sometimes it's necessary to use a rooting hormone. When you use a rooting hormone, you put it in directly in a moist soil. Other cuttings that you can take, which I take at my farm, softwood cuttings, you can put them directly in moist soil. Elderberry, hazelnut, currant, willow, hydrangea, and grape. Those 6 are extremely easy to root. You take the cuttings and you put them directly in moist soil. Other plants that give you a lot of bang for the buck, strawberries. You don't take cuttings from strawberries, but strawberries reproduce by runners. The mother plant does her thing. She creates the strawberries for 1 year, and then during the second half of the year, it starts sending out runners. Each one of those runners will have 2 or 3 plants, and the plants sit atop the soil, but they take root very easily without help and without rooting hormone. Raspberries and brambles. They propagate by underground runners. New plants appear in very close proximity to the mother plant, and you can transplant those when the new roots are established. The other plant that I have really good success in working with is rhubarb. You divide the crowns and give them their own bed. So take some cuttings, propagate your additions to your gardens. Remember, prune them to shape the plant, to make more plants, to remove spent blooms, and to force side growth. Makes the plant fuller. Thank you and happy gardening.